And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Granville Central School. As tonight, NYVT Media Sports brings you high school basketball. It's an Adirondack League girls basketball crossover game between the homestanding Golden Horde of Granville and the Cougars of North Warren. Our producer is Eric Picar. Our cameraman is Brett Porter, and on the play-by-play call, I'm Keith Harrington, and we're set to go here. The introductions taking place down at courtside right now for the North Warren Cougars, and the Granville Golden Horde about to be introduced, and it seems like deja vu all over again, as Yogi Berra would say, because we had the original matchup in the regular season between these two teams here, what seems like just a few days ago, but actually was probably about a month ago. But the season has flown by so quickly, it seems like that we were just here with these two teams playing each other. North Warren has had a pretty good year this year, and my understanding is that they'll be heading to the Class D section. Or actually, I believe they're in Class C this year, so we'll have to see if they're in the Class C sectionals. This is the season finale, I believe, for Granville, as they will not be headed to sectional play. I had a nice conversation with Ella Olson, their standout center, who's out injured for the rest of the season. Good news, though, for Ella. She told me she thinks she'll be ready for softball season and could be released as soon as next Tuesday. So good news for her, because she's a heck of a softball player as well. A very good pitcher and a big bat for the Golden Horde. So a big key member of that softball team. But she was telling me that they won't be going on to sectional play. So this will be the season finale for Granville, and it's always nice to finish your season on a winning note. So that's what they're going to want to do here tonight. So they come out with their regular starting lineup minus Ella Olson, which Jalen Boynton is filling in. It'll be Melanie Fisher out there with Paige Taylor, and also out there is rounding out their starting lineup here is Claire Gould, and also in the starting lineup tonight, Jalen Boynton and Kenzie Martell. Granville wins the opening tip. Their basketball first. Here's Gould, gets it on the baseline. Boynton's going to let it go. Baseline jumper is off the mark. And the rebound for North Warren is going to be pulled down by Gianna Tucci. They've got some people that can flat out score on this team. It's been a real good year for the Cougars. Certainly not a contender in the Adirondack League, but a better team than North Warren's had in the past, a team on the rise. Their big scorer is Isabella Tucci. The other scorer that can score for them is Lacey Bruno, and also Swan, also a good player for him, Addison Swan. Turnover by the Cougars at the other end. It's going to be Granville basketball after that ball was deflected out of bounds. It's going to be put in play by Martell. Comes out to Taylor, left alone for three. Good. North Warren should know from the previous meeting, if they don't remember, they'll remember quickly. You can't leave Paige Taylor alone for the three ball because she can knock it down. Here's Addison Swan, and she attacks the baseline, a whistle and a foul. A reminder, tonight's game is brought to you live from the Telescope Furniture Broadcast Center. Brought to you by Telescope Furniture, also by the Pine Grove Motel, Barlow Electric, Scarlatta's Car Hop, and Fred's Granville Pharmacy. So the foul was on Boynton. That's her first, team's first, and Swan makes the first one. Swan gets 1 out of 2, long rebound. Paige Taylor able to retrieve it for Granville. About the third time I've seen North Warren this year. Saw them over in Whitehall a couple of weeks ago against the Railroaders. By the way, doubleheader night tonight here. Here's Fisher up top. Taylor, good pass for Martell. Martell looks to penetrate. Now Gould, still plenty of time. 11 on the shot clock. Here's Taylor. Almost a steal. Stop, pop. And not getting the roll was Martell. A battle for the rebound. Gould getting on the floor, along with Alexis Smith. And then it's going to be North Warren's ball via the possession arrow. Comes into the middle for Swan, way down court. Isabella Tucci is down there. Good hustle back by Gould, and it rims out, spun around, and popped back out on the shot by Tucci. Two Tucci's out there, Isabella Tucci and Gianna Tucci. Here's Boynton on the baseline. Looks to drive, lost the handle. Going to be scooped up by Bruno. And it's going to be a player control foul called on Bruno. That is the first on Lacey Bruno, the first team foul on the North Warren Cougars. 3-1 Granville. We're just about 2 minutes in here. Golden Horde with the basketball. Here's Martell across the timeline. On the left wing for Taylor. Left open again and good. Back-to-back threes from the wing over here on the left side for Paige Taylor. She's feeling it early on here. And it's 6-1 Golden Horde. Here's Bruno. Get it on the baseline for Swan. Swan goes on the attack. Little floater, no good. Rebound pulled down by Taylor. Here's Martell on the baseline now for Boynton. Boynton can knock down a jumper. She's got pretty good range, especially on the baseline. 3 seconds on 30. At first they said 30 seconds. I'm like, if you got away with being in there 30 seconds, you've done real good at this point. It's 3 seconds on 30. Now here's a turnover on the press. Taylor on the baseline. Martell thought about it. Now back for Taylor. They're getting up closer on her now. Fisher coming off a really nice game the other night for the Golden Horde. 5 minutes to go here, opening quarter. 6-1 in favor of Granville. Here's Swan. Smith, they go down low. Tucci's left open. Fisher comes over with the block. And I said Fisher had the big game offensively the other night, but her forte is defense. She is the leader of the defensive part of the team for the Golden Horde. Comes in for Isabella Tucci, and they're going to call a held ball, jump ball situation. And Granville's going to go to the bench for the first time tonight. As checking in is going to be Esmeralda Velez. It's a young Granville team. CC Velez, the only senior for this team. So they're going to come back looking to be stronger next year. And, of course, they'll have a healthy Ella Olson, who's a junior. Here's Velez. Up top, Gould finds Fisher. Fisher couldn't get the layup to go. The rebound by Swan. Here's Swan across midcourt. Swan finds Bruno. Bruno for three. No good. Battle for the rebound. Isabella Tucci is going to run it down. Here's Swan. Smith. Bruno inside for Tucci. No good. Couldn't get the roll. Gianna Tucci tried to get the rebound. She was fouled. And I think that's Taylor. It is Taylor. That's her first, team's second. So Gianna Tucci will go to the line. And entering the game for the Golden Horde is Lily Olson, number 24. And the first shot by Gianna Tucci. She gets the friendly roll. Second shot is also good. It's a 6-3 ball game midway through the opening quarter. Here's Martell. Wanted to go to, I thought she was going to go cross court there, zip that pass in there. Thought she was going to Taylor, but it was going to Fisher, and it went out of bounds. Bruno's going to bring it up across midcourt for the Cougars. Finds Smith. Smith's going to get a high screen from Tucci. Now for Swan. Good ball movement here. They run a high screen for Isabella Tucci, and the shot up and good. Well executed there by North Warren, and it's a 6-5 game. It's a 4-0 run for the Cougars. Here's Taylor. Velez. Good ball movement here by the Horde. Fisher up top. Jumper on the way. No good. Run down by Velez. Knocked out of bounds, I thought, by Bruno, but evidently not. It's going to be North Warren basketball. Swan with the throw in. Here comes Lacey Bruno across the timeline for the North Warren Cougars for Addison Swan on the wing. And jumping in front for the steal, but not able to get it, was Velez. Good hustle by Smith. And here's a steal by Fisher. Fisher looks to go to the bucket, goes to the reverse. No good. Swan with the rebounds. Got Isabella Tucci down court. Here's Tucci. Good defense, though. I like what Paige Taylor did there. Paige has a tendency to get in a little bit of foul trouble, and she did a nice job of keeping her hands down, not going for the block. Here's Taylor, three, no good. But they need her on the floor. She's a huge part of their offense, even when Ella Olsen plays. And when Ella Olsen's not playing, she's a bigger part of that offense. They need her on the floor. Very impressed with her defensive effort, not picking up the senseless foul down there. So nice job by her. Here's Bruno. Inside, Isabella Tucci blocked by Fisher. And coming away with it is Martell. Martell goes to the right hand, lays it up, too strong. Rebound attempt by Lily Olsen is no good. Another attempt by Olsen, no good. And here comes Bruno. Bruno down court. Nice play by Martell to break it up. And now Bruno down the lane goes to the scoop, no good. And a whistle and a foul. And the foul is going to be on Melanie Fisher. Her first, team's third here in the quarter. A 1-point lead for the Cougars, 2:03 to go in the opening quarter. Here's Bruno. She can stick the jumper. Not that time. Here comes Martell. Martell to the bucket, lays it up, too strong again. Rebound pulled down by Bruno. And knocked out of bounds by Velez. And checking in for the Golden Horde is going to be Cece Velez, replacing Melanie Fisher with 1:48 to go opening quarter. Comes in for Swan, back for Bruno. Bruno's jumper on the way, no good. Rebound for Esmeralda Velez. Minute and a half to go in the quarter. Here's Taylor. Taylor's going to try another one. She likes that spot. This one no good. The rebound pulled down by Gianna Tucci. Left for Isabella Tucci. Now here's Swan. Cougars with a 1-point lead. Bruno. Another one. That one way off the mark. The rebound by Paige Taylor. 7-6 North Warren coming up on a minute to play opening quarter. First of two. Doubleheader tonight here on Nibet Media Sports. Nice move there by Cece Velez. Tried to go to Esmeralda Velez. Broken up there for a bit, but they ended up coming up with it. And now here comes Bruno. Bruno to the bucket. And again, Taylor, smart play on defense. Shot up by Bruno, no good. Rebound by Gianna Tucci, no good. Bruno will try it again. And a whistle and a foul. Good job crashing the glass by the Cougars that trip down the floor. Claire Gould's going to check back in. Coming in for the Cougars for the first time is going to be Maya Higgins. The foul is on Cece Velez. That's her first, team's fourth. And the shot good by Lacey Bruno. Extends the lead to 2 for North Warren. Bruno smoothly knocks them both down. It's a 3-point lead for the Cougars. Granville's led by as much as 5 here in the quarter at 6-1. Velez with the jumper. That's Esmeralda. No good. It's going to be Granville basketball. And it's going to be triggered in by Esmeralda Velez. It comes in for Lily Olsen. Martell thought about it. Jumper on the way. No good. Goes out of bounds, I believe, off of Swan. Evidently not off of Swan. It's going to be North Warren basketball. Shot clock is off. Cougars with a 3-point lead. They can get the last shot if they want it. Here's Swan. Gets the high screen from Tucci. Finds Bruno. Down low, Isabella Tucci. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound by Martell. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. And a traveling violation against Granville. 9 seconds to go. 3-point lead for the Cougars. Comes in for Swan. Back to Bruno. Deep three. No good. Good box out there by North Warren. Are they going to get a shot off? No, they turn it over. Excellent box out and rebound there by Maya Higgins. And that's going to do it for the first quarter here in Granville. At the end of one quarter of play, Adirondack League girls basketball crossover action. It is North Warren 9 and the Granville Golden Horde 6. This is high school basketball on MYVT Media Sports. Tonight's game brought to you by Telescope Casual Furniture, manufacturing in Granville for over 100 years, voted the ICFA Manufacturer of the Year in 2019, 2021, and 2022. A family-owned and operated business focusing on comfort, style, quality, and world-class customer service. That's Telescope Casual Furniture, the sponsor of the Telescope Furniture Broadcast Center, where we're broadcasting live from here tonight in Granville. Also by the Pine Grove Motel of Granville, New York. Newly renovated rooms that are comfortable and cozy. Call 518-361-0488. 518-361-0488 for the Pine Grove Motel of Granville. And so we get ready to start the second quarter. 3-point lead right now for North Warren. And they'll start the quarter with the basketball. They'll come out with Bruno, Swan, Isabella Tucci, Gianna Tucci, and Alexis Smith. For Granville, it's going to be both Esmeralda and CC Velez, Caroline Gould, Lily Olson, and Kenzie Martell. Here's Swan. Shot no good. Rebound by Lily Olson. Olson brings it across midcourt. Finds Gould. Esmeralda Velez drives the baseline. Shot up no good. With Fisher on the bench, Paige Taylor on the bench, and Ella Olson unavailable, makes you wonder with this group on the floor, where is scoring going to come from the Golden Horde? Somebody's going to have to pick up the scoring here for them. He goes out of bounds. Last touch by Granville. It's going to be North Warren ball after the missed shot there by Gianna Tucci. It's going to be brought in by Lacey Bruno. Comes in for Isabella Tucci, and that was almost too easy. She just stood there. They threw her the ball. She put it in. Biggest lead of the game for the Cougars at 5. Ties the biggest lead of the game overall. Here's Caroline Gould. Beautiful move. Puts it up. No good. And it's going to be a white ball. So Granville will take it out underneath. Melanie Fisher comes back in, replacing Esmeralda Velez. Comes in for Fisher. Back out for Martell. Now Gould. Here's CC Velez. Gould finds Martell. Jumper. No good. Rebound pulled down by Gianna Tucci. Here's Bruno. Bruno to Smith on the baseline. Swan. Swan loves to attack that baseline. Shot up no good. But a whistle and a foul. And I think that's going to be the second on Melanie Fisher. Okay. First green 1-1, then white 1-1, and there is no white 1-1. It's going to be on Fisher. Yep, definitely was on Melanie Fisher. So Addison Swan at the line. Gets the first one. Swan 1 out of 2. But the rebound lands in the hands of Gianna Tucci. Here's Bruno. Now Swan. Tucci goes on the baseline. That's Gianna Tucci. Straight away for Isabella Tucci. Jumper on the way for Bruno. No good. The rebound pulled down by Fisher. 6-point lead for the Cougars coming up on 2 minutes into the second quarter and a traveling violation. And Keith Beatty is going to get Paige Taylor back in the game. And she has all 6 points. A pair of 3-pointers is all the Granville offense right now. Gianna Tucci, jumper too strong. Rebound by Taylor. The outlet for Caroline Gould. Or Claire Gould, sorry. I've had a lot of Goulds playing Granville over my years of covering sports here. Claire Gould on the way. Jumper no good. Rebound by Taylor. Had it stripped away by Swan. Here comes Swan. Nice job by Claire Gould defensively. Swan makes the nice pass. Tucci up, no good. That's Gianna Tucci. Swan gets it back, up and good. And North Warren with an 8-point lead at 14-6. Here's Martell. Finds Lily Olson. Taylor going to let it go. Deep three, baseline, no good. Gould had it go off her hand out of bounds. Going to be North Warren ball. North Warren trying to get a double-digit lead this trip down the floor. They lead it by 8 at 14-6. Here's Bruno. Goes high post for Isabella Tucci. Gianna Tucci on the baseline. Heavily pressured there by Claire Gould. And tipped away out of bounds. It's going to be Maya Higgins checking back in. Bruno will trigger it in for Swan. Here's Bruno. Bruno, deep three, no good. Rebound pulled down by Smith. Here's Swan. Back for Bruno. 9 on the shot clock because that last shot did not get any rim. Here's Swan. Shot no good. And they're going to pull it out. They got a fresh shot clock here. Here's Bruno. Swan. Tucci. That's Isabella Tucci. Shot up no good. And I'm not sure what the call was. Don't think it was a foul. Not sure what the call was, but it's Granville basketball. So 4.5 minutes to go. Second quarter. Here's Martell to Gould. Boynton has come back on the floor. Here's Taylor. Thought about it. Drives on the baseline. Ducks inside. Shot up no good. Rebound by Isabella Tucci. Bruno down court for Smith. It's going to be broken up and run down by Fisher. And Martell's going to bring it up for the Golden Horde. Gould. Taylor. 3. No good. Claire Gould the rebound. Up off the glass and good. Right place, right time in the finish by Claire Gould, and it's 14-8. That was a big bucket. Right, that's the only person who scored so far. You're right. Brett Porter making us aware. Other than 2 3-pointers by Taylor. Cross-court pass. And tried to save it. Bruno chases it down. 5 on the shot clock. Smith for 3, no good. Long rebound for Martell. Hands it off to Taylor. Nice screen there by Gould. Martell wants to go inside for Fisher. Boynton, shot no good. Fisher the rebound. Kicks it out for Taylor. 8 on the shot clock. Here's Taylor. Tries to make some space. Up and no good. And last touch by Bruno. 3 on the shot clock, though, for the Golden Horde here. They got to get a shot off quickly. Comes in for Taylor. Taylor, step back 3, no good. And the rebound by Isabella Tucci. 14-8. North Warren coming up on 2:45 to go in the half. Inside it goes for Swan. Swan cross court, wanted to go to Smith. Smith wasn't ready for it. Here comes Gould. Yep, and Gould got a little extra step in there. So it'll be a turnover. Sectional pairings meeting is Wednesday. For anybody wondering. First round of the playoffs will be Friday and Saturday with play-ins. And it's going to be a turnover. Great hustle there by Gould. Bodies flying everywhere. Held ball, possession arrow is going to favor the Golden Horde. So here comes Granville down 6, approaching 2 minutes left in the half. Here's Martell, some nice ball handling work right there. Tries to go to Boynton, though. It was knocked away by Swan. But then a tie-up between Martell and Alexis Smith. Possession arrow is going to favor the North Warren Cougars. Comes in for Bruno. Bruno will be picked up by Martell. We go under 2 minutes to play in the half. Little toss and catch game over on the left side of the court. Whistling a foul. It's only the second foul of the quarter. It's the first on Kenzie Martell. And a travel on North Warren on the inbounds. Gianna Tucci is going to come back in for Higgins. Minute 50 to go before halftime. A 6-point lead for the Cougars of North Warren. Here's Martell, finds Gould on the baseline for Taylor. Back for Gould. They wanted to go down low for Fisher. Here's Boynton. Boynton's shot was blocked by Isabella Tucci. On the baseline, Gianna Tucci. Goes inside. Gets tied up. And it's a 5-second violation. Good defense there by the Golden Horde. It's going to be North Warren basketball. Minute 19 to go before halftime. Esmeralda Velez is checked back in. Wasn't a 5-second count on North Warren? Isabella Tucci, the ref was counting a 5 count, blew her whistle. Should have been Granville basketball. They get the ball to North Warren after they got called for a 5 count. Here's Gould, baseline, Taylor, jumper on the way. No good. Rebound, Fisher. They've been keeping Fisher clogged up today. She can really score. Cross-court pass for Bruno trying to go to Swan. It was knocked away. North Warren ball. Comes in Isabella Tucci, and she's going to be fouled. And I think that's 3 on Melanie Fisher if it's on Fisher. Looks like maybe it's going to be on Velez. It is. It's going to be the first on Esmeralda Velez. 4th team foul of the half. Tucci gets the roll. I love the sectional time, folks. One of my favorite times of the year. Basketball sectionals for high school. Shot up and no good. It was out of bounds off of Granville. So North Warren's going to get another shot at it. Here's Smith to inbound. Gets it in. Isabella Tucci. Oh, wide open and missed the shot. The rebound by Velez. 45 seconds left in the half. They go inside for Taylor, but Swan with the interception. Here's Swan. Swan's a heck of an athlete, folks. A whistle and a foul. Fans getting testy with it being 5 fouls to none here. The foul is on Martell. Her second, team's 5th, so 33 seconds to go, but Granville over the limit. Swan makes the first one. Swan makes them both. 17-8, biggest lead of the ball game for North Warren. Here's Gould, now finds Martell. Martell kicks it out. Esmeralda Velez, good drive, shot up, no good, but a heck of a nice drive on the baseline by Velez. But it's going to be North Warren ball, shot clock off. They can get the last shot of the half with this 9-point lead if they want it. Here's Swan. Swan, dangerous cross-court pass there for Bruno. 12 left in the half. Swan, Isabella Tucci, short jumper, no good. And they're going to let it go out of bounds with 5.2. So Granville will have to push it quickly. Nice look down court. Here's Taylor. Taylor's got to bring that ball up and shoot it. And a long jumper by Velez. And that's going to be halftime. We go to halftime here in Granville. Our score is North Warren 17 and Granville 8. Doubleheader action tonight on MYVT Media Sports. Granville Whitehall boys coming up at 7 o'clock approximately right after this one. A great night of high school basketball, and we've got it all for you right here on MYVT Media Sports. We're going to step away right now for a break and come back for the second half. At the break, North Warren 17 at Granville 8. Yeah, welcome back to Granville Central School. We get ready for the second half of play. The Golden Horde. We were just talking during the break about what a difference a few days can make. You know, the topsy-turvy world of high school sports, as just a couple of weeks ago, Granville lost 91-43 to Hartford, lost to them by 6 a couple nights ago and put 57 points on the board. And now tonight, against a North Warren team who is, not trying to sound offensive or whatever, but a team that's not Hartford's caliber, as a putback up and good off a Boynton miss, a putback by Taylor, who's got 8 now of the 10 points. But, struggling to score with 10 points at this point and put 57 up just a couple of nights ago against a Hartford team that's very, very strong. Here's Boynton. Now, it's just high school basketball. It's high school kids. You never know from one night to the next. Pass for Fisher, deflected away by Isabella Tucci. Smith and Fisher get tied up. And it's going to be North Warren's ball on the possession arrow. But the teams that do well, besides having the talent, are also the teams that are the most consistent, pretty much. Bruno gets it on the baseline for Swan. Nice pass. Smith inside for Tucci. Isabella Tucci off glass. Up and good. And it's 19-10, back to a 9-point ball game. We have not seen a double-digit lead from either side so far. Here's Martell. Little toss and catch game with Taylor. Gould. Boynton. Inside for Fisher. Fisher, good. Fisher with a nice turnaround jumper there. Fisher, when she gets going, can score. Had, I want to say, like 22 the other night against Hartford. Had a real nice game. Here's Bruno, cut off nicely by Boynton, but apparently too nicely as it's a whistle to foul. Doubleheader high school basketball tonight. Whitehall and Granville boys coming up next. Adirondack League tournament crossovers. Boynton got tied up there, but Lacey Bruno was standing out of bounds. And Boynton might have jammed a finger there. Esmeralda Velez is going to come in. Finger jams never feel good. Here's Martell. They come out and try to double team her. She reads it beautifully, but then a turnover. 7-point lead for North Warren. Whitehall has arrived. There's Latrell Evans down there, their star player standing in the doorway. Just broke the school record for single season points. Beat the great Joe Greco for that record, who played at UVM, I believe. Tucci gets the roll, and it's 21-12. Here's Martell. And they turn it over. Turnover is really hurting the Golden Horde right now. Here's North Warren. Lacey Bruno is going to bring it up across the timeline. Out there with Isabella Tucci, Gianna Tucci, Alexis Smith, and Addison Swan. Here's Smith, finds Bruno. Good ball movement. Nice bounce pass inside. Here's Gianna Tucci from the elbow, no good. And the rebound by Fisher. Might have been a double dribble there. I think that's exactly what Coach Todd Lawson for North Warren just said. Jumper on the way from Taylor, no good. Tries to save it, but it goes out of bounds. 5:21 to go, third quarter. Our first of 2 here tonight in Granville. Here's Bruno. Martell out to defend. Now Smith. Smith gets a high screen there from Isabella Tucci. Finds Bruno, baseline 3, got the roll. Lacey Bruno with the friendly rim. And it's the biggest lead of the ball game and the first double-digit lead of the night at 24-12 for the Cougars. Here's Martell. Taylor, 3, no good. The rebound pulled down by Velez. Up and no good, but a whistle and a foul. Foul is going to be on Alexis Smith. That's her first. Team's first of the quarter. At the line, Esmeralda Velez. Too strong off the back iron. And gets 1 out of 2. 24-13, approaching the midway point of the third quarter. Cougars with a 11-point advantage. Here's Bruno. Finds Isabella Tucci. Wanted to go down low for Swan. Got knocked away, but the Cougars got it back. Nice ball movement. Here's Bruno. No good. Isabella Tucci battling for the rebound. Almost a somersault by Fisher. They roll her back over, and it's going to be a held ball. And it's going to favor the Granville Golden Horde. Fisher showing a little bit of acrobatics there. Here's Gould on the baseline. Velez, too strong. Rebound from Gianna Tucci. Midway through the third quarter, 11-point lead for the North Warren Cougars. Oh, over the head of Bruno on the pass there by Addison Swan. Granville with a chance to slice into the deficit. They've got to start knocking down shots. That's the big thing right now for the Golden Horde. Too many wasted trips and not knocking down shots when they get good looks. Oh, what a good job there by Isabella Tucci. Looked like Velez was going to get that for an easy layup. I don't understand why that should be clearly Granville basketball. And a technical foul by Keith Beatty. And you know what? He's right. Everybody in the gym saw that Isabella Tucci knocked that ball out of bounds, except the ref. If you asked Isabella who knocked that ball out of bounds, she'd probably tell you. Anyway, it's going to result in a technical foul. And we'll see who's going to shoot it. Looks like it's going to be Lacey Bruno. I don't blame Keith Beatty for being upset with that one. Clearly, that ball was knocked away out of bounds. Yeah. I used to say when I coached, when they missed one like that, ball don't lie. Because Bruno's a great foul shooter. Missed them both. Ball don't lie. 24-13, the Cougars. A strong showing here so far. They've got the lead with 3:45 to go. Here's Bruno. Finds Smith. Isabella Tucci. Bruno, 3-ball. No good. Tipped around. The rebound pulled down by Velez. Leaves it for Claire Gould. Gould across midcourt. Going to leave it for Esmeralda Velez. Find Fisher. Cross-court pass for Martell. Back for Gould. And a traveling call. So here come the Cougars, still with the 11-point lead. Bruno's going to bring it up across half court. Bruno for Isabella Tucci. Finds the cutting Addison Swan. Shot up and no good. I don't know if Velez got a piece of it. And a foul in the backcourt. And the foul is going to be on Isabella Tucci. That's her first, team second of the quarter. Here's Taylor. Now Martell. Gould's going to let one go. Good. Big shot by Claire Gould, and they needed that one badly. Evidently, it was a 2. Now a whistle and a foul. And that's going to be on Bruno, I believe. It's going to be Granville basketball. Second foul on Bruno. Third team foul on the Cougars here in the third quarter with 2:40 to go. Taylor left alone. 3. No good. Fisher the rebound. Velez blocked by Smith. Martell's going to let it go for 3. No good. Should be Granville basketball. In theory. And here's a steal. Nice job defensively by Giannatucci. And a whistle and a foul. Swan's going to put it in play. The foul is on Martell. That's the third on Martell. Third team foul. Nice job by Martell knocking that ball away from Bruno. Back for Bruno. And a turnover. Here's Lily Olson, who's checked in. Finds Martell and double dribbled. You know, if you're North Warren, you want to come in here and get a win and get momentum going into sectionals because they will be a team that's in the sectionals. I think they might have double-digit wins this year. And Granville, you know, if they're not going to sectionals, they just like to win and go out on a high note here. Giannatucci wants to take that one on the baseline. It goes out of bounds. So here comes Martell, team down 9, under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Here's Taylor, baseline 3, no good. Run down by Martell. Finds Lily Olson, no good. It's going to be North Warren ball. Granville's going to have to make a run here at the end of the third or into the fourth. Here's Swan. And nice hustle to steal that by Taylor. Finds Lily Olson. On the baseline, Martell. Fisher went right through the hands. I think that's off the leg. It is off the leg of Giannatucci. Lacey Bruno is going to check back in, replacing Giannatucci for the Cougars. Comes in here for Martell. Taylor. Wanted to go inside. The steal. Good hustle to get it back. Here's Martell in for Fisher. Up and good. Nice look by Kenzie Martell. And a nice finish by Fisher. And now the turnover. Granville on a run. Velez. Short. It's going to be a North Warren ball. Granville's going to come with that extended defense. Giving the Cougars some trouble here. Here's Swan. Swan fouled by Taylor and count it. Tough shot by Addison Swan, and she gets it to go. She's going to go to the line looking for the three-point play. Fouls on Taylor. That's her second. Checking in for the Cougars is number 5, Michaela Rounds, freshman. And Swan, no good. And a whistle and a foul. And the foul is going to be on Addison Swan. It's going to be the first on Swan, 4th team foul of the quarter, so not yet the bonus. Comes in from Martell. Here's Martell. Finds Velez. Cross court. Taylor. 3. No good. The rebound by Rounds. Lost it. Fisher's got it up. No good. Velez. No good. And here's Olson. Granville's got their chances on this possession. Shot clock is off. They can get the last shot. 15 seconds to go. Then a whistle and a foul. And that's going to put the Cougars over the limit. And it's going to put Granville on the line with 13.1 to go in the quarter. Yep. It's going to be a 2-shot foul now. And that's going to put Kenzie Martell on the stripe. Checking in for the Cougars is, I thought it said 21, but they don't have a 21 on the roster. A lot of times this time of year, people start bringing up junior varsity players to get ready for the sectionals and give them a taste of varsity action. Martell, 1 out of 2. 8-point game and a violation on Granville, who stepped in bounds when they were throwing the ball in. So it's going to be North Warren ball. Comes in for Rounds. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Bruno. Bruno lost the handle, got it back in all kinds of traffic, and stolen by Rounds, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. 3 quarters in the books here from Granville Central School. Our score is North Warren 26 and Granville 18. This is Adirondack League basketball crossover for the Adirondack League tournament on NYVT Media Sports. Tonight's game brought to you by Barlow Electric Incorporated. Barlow Electric Incorporated, fully insured and reasonable. Master electrician, licensed in both New York and Vermont. Generator installation, residential and commercial work. Call 518-361-0531. That's 518-361-0531 for Barlow Electric Incorporated of Granville. Tonight's game also brought to you by Scarlatta's Car Hop of Granville. Scarlatta's Car Hop opening for the 2025 season in March. And we're at February 14th? So March coming right up on us, folks. Going to be Scarlatta's time pretty soon. Come enjoy some delicious food and all their ice cream choices. That's Scarlatta's Car Hop. Call 518-642-2445. Open for the season in March. So we go to the fourth quarter. 8-point lead for North Warren. Granville has struggled to put the ball in the hole tonight. They've got to come up with a big quarter here. They got to get stops and they got to score. There's Tucci, and that's going to go out of bounds. So Granville basketball down 8. Martell, Taylor. Martell's going to let it go for 3. Almost got the roll. Taylor came crashing in and went out of bounds off Gianna Tucci. It's Isabella Tucci, Gianna Tucci, Edison Swan, Alexis Smith, Lacey Bruno for North Warren. Here's Lily Olson. Shot no good. The rebound by Velez, and she gets tied up. It's going to be a held ball. Possession arrow favors Granville. For Granville, it's Olson, Taylor, Martell, Fisher, and Velez. Fisher! She's got a great float game in the lane. Has been tied up tonight quite a bit, but starting to get things going when it matters here in the fourth quarter. Granville going after it defensively here. And that's going to be a reach foul on Martell. Fourth foul on Martell. Down court, Isabella Tucci. She was wide open, but she stepped on the line. Here's Martell. Martell's going to bring it up. Her team down 6. 7 minutes to go in the ball game. Taylor just can't find one tonight here. Just hitting those first 2. Claire Gould's going to check back in, replacing Martell with those 4 fouls. Comes in for Swan. They got a 3-on-1. Swan wanted to give it up for Tucci, but threw it away. It's going to be Granville basketball. Gould's going to bring it up for the Golden Horde. Might have got away with a little travel there. And Keith Beatty's going to take a timeout. I think it's going to be a full. It is going to be a full timeout. So 6:48 to go. Timeout on the floor. 26-20. North Warren. This is the Adirondack League crossovers on NYBT Media Sports. Brought to you tonight by Fred's Granville Pharmacy. Fred's Granville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, dedicated to the unique community that they've served since 2015. Located in the Big Lots Plaza in Granville, it's Fred's Granville Pharmacy. Call 518-642-3733 for Fred's Granville Pharmacy. Game also brought to you tonight by Telescope Casual Furniture Manufacturing in Granville for over 100 years. Voted the ICFA Manufacturer of the Year in 2019, 2021, and 2022. Family-owned and operated business focusing on comfort, style, quality, and world-class customer service. That's Telescope Casual Furniture, sponsors of the Telescope Furniture Broadcast Center. 6:48 to go. It's been North Warren pretty much all the way. They trailed 6-1 early. They took a 7-6 lead, and the Cougars have been in charge since then. But Granville trying to mount a rally here. Got a held ball situation, and the basketball is going to belong to the Cougars. Smith trying to get it in close to a 5 count. Gets it in for Bruno. Bruno dangerously tight roping the sideline there. Here's Smith. Smith goes high post for Tucci and a whistle and a foul, and that's going to be on Gould, I believe. Actually, it's going to be on Fisher. It's going to be the third on Fisher. Second team foul. Comes in for Isabella Tucci, blocked from behind by Fisher, but Bruno able to track it down. Here's Bruno. Bruno gets it on the baseline for Swan. Cross court for Smith. Finds Gianna Tucci down low. Isabella Tucci, turnaround jumper off glass. No good. Battle for the rebound. Lily Olsen's got it. Here's Taylor. 6 minutes to go in the game. Gould on the baseline for Velez. And whistle and a foul. That's going to be on Isabella Tucci. And that's going to put Esmeralda Velez at the line for 2 shots. So Velez not able to get the first one to go down. The second one, no good. Short off the front iron. Gianna Tucci had the rebound. Fisher picked her pocket. Held ball. Possession arrow is going to favor Granville. So a really, really big play there by Melanie Fisher. Getting the strip. Didn't get the steal, but got the held ball. Got her team an extra possession. Esmeralda Velez will put it in play. For Fisher, Gould able to run it down. Here's Taylor. And a whistle to foul on Swan. Second foul on Addison Swan. Second team foul. Here's Olsen. Finds Gould. Now Taylor. Swan is just tracking Taylor everywhere. Here's Velez. No good. Battle for the rebound. Fisher has it stripped by Gianna Tucci. Down court. Here's Swan. Swan to the bucket. No good. Rebound run down by Smith. And a whistle and a foul. I think that's going to be 4 on Melanie Fisher. And it is. Comes in for Tucci, back out. Bruno for 2 on the baseline, no good. Rebound pulled down by Fisher. Here's Olsen. Finds Gould. Down low for Fisher. Fisher up off the glass and got it. As I said, Fisher's starting to heat up here in the fourth quarter. She's very good getting to the bucket. It's a 4-point game. And it's going to be a traveling violation. Kenzie Martell is going to come back in, replacing Lily Olson. North Warren has not scored in a long time here in this game. They might have led like 26-14 at one point. I think they did. Here's Bruno, finds Tucci. And that's going to be it for Melanie Fisher. That's going to be her fifth. And you saw her say, reading lips, all balls. That's going to be it for Fisher. So we'll see who they go with here. Looks like it's going to be Jalen Boynton coming back in. She hurt her finger there earlier in the game. First time she's been back in since. Smith, to put it in play, comes in for Bruno. Now Swan. Swan, they throw it away. Big turnover for the Cougars. Granville down 4. They've been down by as much as 12. They've got a chance to cut it to 2 nearing the midway point of the fourth quarter. Martell left wide open. Wanted to go to Boynton. It was deflected. Isabella Tucci has it. And Martell with the foul. That might be 5. No, they call it an offensive foul on Isabella Tucci. So it's going to be Granville ball. So Martell lives to see another day here. And Claire Gould hits a 3. Big three-pointer for Gould. And it's 26-25. Here's Swan. Gianna Tucci inside Isabella Tucci. She's fouled. And the foul is on Jalen Boynton. First shot by Isabella Tucci. No good. It's a 13 to... No, I correct myself. It's a 11-0 run here for Granville. This half, yeah. The Golden Horde within 2. They were within 1. Tucci got 1 out of 2 from the line. Martell, beautiful fake, little short jumper, no good. Rebound pulled down by Gianna Tucci. To the bucket. Offensive foul on Bruno. Nice job stepping in there by Kenzie Martell. Great job defensively by Martell. Stepping in and taking the charge. That's the 3rd on Bruno. Here's Martell. And bodies go flying. That's Isabella Tucci that's down. But here comes Bruno. And Bruno got tied up on a held ball. As I think it was Claire Gould, they got the hand in there. And it's going to be possession arrow favoring the Golden Horde. Or no, actually North Warren. And it comes in for Isabella Tucci. She's fouled. So 2 shots for Tucci. The foul is on Boynton. That's her 4th. And Tucci misses the first one. Just about everybody for Granville has 4, I think, at this point. Tucci misses them both. A run down by Gianna Tucci. And a whistle and a foul. 2 on Claire Gould. Boynton has 4. Kenzie Martell has 4. Fisher has fouled out. Gianna Tucci. Foul shooting really hurting the Cougars here down the stretch. Missed them both. And the rebound comes to Swan. Swan, nice pass. Isabella Tucci up and good. Back to a 4-point lead for the Cougars. 3:20 to go. Here's Taylor. They have been all over Taylor. Martell straight on three. No good. Rebound pulled down by Gianna Tucci. Now they get it to Bruno, the point guard, to bring it up and settle things here. Here's Smith for Swan. Swan, you want Swan on the foul line. She's a very good foul shooter. The Cougars have struggled here down the stretch on the line, but Swan's an excellent free throw shooter. And gets the first one. Made me look good. Was bragging about what an excellent free throw shooter she is. You want her on the line. Swan misses the second one, rims out on her. And the rebound for Esmeralda Velez. Here's Martell, now Boynton. Gould finds Martell. They wanted to go inside for Taylor, but swatted away by Swan. 2:47 to go, 5-point lead for the Cougars. Comes in for Gould, finds Martell inside the arc, no good. And it's going to be North Warren ball. I think North Warren ball. Got a timeout called by Granville. So we'll take a timeout ourselves. 2:42 to go in this one. It is the Adirondack League crossover of the Adirondack League tournament. And right now it is North Warren 30 and Granville 25. Tonight's game brought to you by the Pine Grove Motel. The Pine Grove Motel of Granville, New York, with newly renovated rooms that are comfortable and cozy. Call 518-361-0488. 518-361-0488 for the Pine Grove Motel of Granville. Also by Barlow Electric Incorporated. Barlow Electric Incorporated, fully insured and reasonable. Master electrician, licensed in New York and Vermont. They do generator installation, residential and commercial work. Call 518-361-0531. That's Barlow Electric Incorporated of Granville. So we've got 2:42 to go here. North Warren led by as much as 12, but they have struggled to put the ball in the hoop here in the second half. 4 points in the half. It's going to be Lily Olson coming on, along with Taylor. Velez, Martell, and Gould. Comes in for Bruno, being defended by Lily Olson. Down court for Swan. Here's Swan. And the steal by Gould. Big turnover there. Here's Gould. And stolen right back. No. Lily Olson gets it up and good. Olson with the bucket. It's a 3-point ball game. Big basket by Lily Olson. Here's Bruno. Bruno finds Gianna Tucci. Shot no good. Tucci gets the rebound up and a whistle and a foul. So Gianna Tucci to the line. Tenth grader. Misses the first one. And misses the second one. But Swan has the rebound up, no good. Swan again. Nice job maneuvering in the paint. Puts it up off the glass, a whistle and a foul. Nice work on the glass right there by Addison Swan. Foul is on Esmeralda Velez, her second. And Swan, as I said, a good foul shooter, knocks down the first one. Swan, a junior, gets them both. They're trying to get the ball in Swan's hands as much as they can. They know she's a pretty reliable foul shooter, and it's paid off down the stretch. Back to a 5-point game. Here's Velez. Olsen looking for her second in a row. No good. Isabella Tucci, the rebound. And the foul's on Taylor. So we're under 2 minutes to go. Should be the bonus. They already had 4, and it still says 4. Thought they were in the bonus. Here's Swan. Swan finds Tucci. Swan's going to let it go for 3. No good. Isabella Tucci, the putback attempt. No good. Bodies flying. And a timeout called by Todd Lawson, the head coach for North Warren. A good timeout it is. It's going to save his team a possession right there. And it's a 5-point ball game, minute 40 to go, just a 30-second timeout. Boys basketball coming up next, more Adirondack League crossover action as the Whitehall Railroaders in town for a rematch with the Granville Golden Horde. Should be a good one, always a good one when these two schools get together. Last time they played, Whitehall came in here unbeaten in the league, and Granville pulled off the win by about 20. And both of them coming off losses in the Adirondack League semifinals. Granville fell on the road against Corinth, and Whitehall battled strong against that great North Warren team and came within, 6 or 7 points of the win. Smith will trigger it inbounds, comes in for Swan, can't get the roll, but Addison Swan's going to go back to the line. Swan has been pretty solid there tonight, as I've highlighted, and gets another one. Swan, no good. Rebound by Velez. Here's Velez, cross midcourt. Minute 34 to go. And a travel. And right now, Taylor is out of the game for Granville, not feeling well, evidently, but is going to come back in. They definitely need her on the floor. She's their main offensive weapon. Quick breather, comes back in for Boynton. Comes in for Swan. They're going to have the ball in Swan's hands as much as they can. And whistling a foul. That's going to be on Esmeralda Velez, I believe. It's her 4th, adding her to the collection of people with 4 fouls. And Swan at the line trying to finish this one up herself at the free throw stripe. And gets another one. There's no question what the story of this game is going to be, and that's Addison Swan at the line down the stretch. And that one just unlucky. And it's knocked out of bounds off Granville. It's going to be North Warren ball with a minute 22 to go. They lead by 7. Swan, great move without the basketball. Gets herself open and finishes with a layup. I talked about the athleticism of Swan, and that was just a great job. You teach kids, move without the basketball. That's when you get open, not with the basketball. You score without the basketball. Here's Taylor. 3, no good. Gould, the rebound up, no good. The rebound by Isabella Tucci. Outlet for Swan. And they're going to probably have to foul her again here in a 9-point game with less than a minute to go. Steal, though, by Taylor. Here's Taylor. Ahead of the field, no good. Swan with the rebound. If I was Swan, I'd hold on to the ball, make them foul her. A turnover. Olsen, no good. Olsen again, no good. Gould. Granville having their chances here, but can't get a shot to go in. We got substitutes coming on the floor, ball inbounds. Got all kinds of problems here. North Warren had subs coming on. The ball was put in play. It comes in for Taylor. On the baseline, Martell, good fake. Back for Taylor, 3, no good. The rebound pulled down by North Warren. And here's Isabella Tucci. The shot clock is off. They don't have to shoot it here. They can just run the clock down here. Here's Swan. She's just going to back it out. Don't back it out too far. Dangerously close to the mid-court stripe. But they're just going to be able to dribble it out, and that's what Addison Swan's going to do right here. And North Warren is going to head to the sectionals on a win as they knock off the Golden Horde of Granville here tonight by a score of 36-27. A strong performance by the North Warren Cougars to come into Granville and get the W here tonight. And it was the free throw shooting of Addison Swan down the stretch that was the difference in this game. Swan, stellar down the stretch from behind the free throw stripe. And that put the game away for the Cougars of North Warren. So North Warren wins it by 9. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back for the boys' game, Whitehall and Granville. This is high school basketball, the Adirondack League playoffs on Nivett Media Sports. And welcome back, everybody, to Granville High School as we get set for the second part of our doubleheader tonight. It's the Adirondack League Tournament, and it's a crossover game, a consolation game between a couple of Final Four teams, the Whitehall Railroaders and the Granville Golden Horde. Starting five being introduced right now for Whitehall. Number 1 is Latrell Evans. Number 4 is Enzo Ream. Number 12 is Brendan Grossbeck. Number 14, Tommy Barber. And number 22, Patrick Egan, the head coach of the Railroaders, is Keith Redmond. Now the lights go down for the Granville Golden Horde. A rematch between these two teams.
I gotta say, Keith Redmond has managed to keep the same haircut in the decade plus I've got to know them. It's very consistent.
Got Brett Porter joining me for the Color Comp series for game 2 here. We've been wanting to do this all year long.
Yeah, I told him just before we went live, it's been an honor. This is my Mount Rushmore of sports broadcasting celebrities. Between Keith Harrington, Ryan Leaf, and Kurt Angle. That myself a strange resume.
I don't know if being in the same round as Ryan Leaf is a good thing or not. Isaiah Guyton, number 1 for the Golden Horde. Number 2 is Cole Plude. Glad to see him back after injury was scaring everybody a couple of games ago. Jacob Noonan is number 3. Number 5 is Matt Bolonica. And the big man in the middle, Farrell. Of course, is Liam Farrell. Probably one of the best all-around athletes who could make the argument in the Adirondack League. Outstanding baseball player, big left-handed pitcher. Not only a great basketball player. And, you could make the argument if it wasn't for maybe Samaj Kyler or somebody from Corinth, maybe he'd be the player of the year in the Adirondack League. Latrell Evans could make that same argument as well, both those guys.
Yeah, no one can deny the fact he toppled over a 50-plus year all-time single-game scoring record for Whitehall. By 1 point, Joe Greco finally gets to take a breather from that responsibility.
So I think both of those guys, Evans and Farrell, could be player of the year candidates as Ream goes to the bucket up and good for the Adirondack League if it wasn't for Samad Kyler being up there in North Warren. And of course, a whole slew of talented players on that Corinth team as well. So Whitehall coming in here trying to avenge their first Adirondack League loss back a few weeks ago, and they've got the 2-0 lead on the layup by Ream. Here's Velotica on the baseline, short jumper, and it's good. So we're tied at 2, just underway. Guyton on Ream. Ream turns the corner, but here's the turnover stolen by Velotica. Velotica pulls up, short jumper. I think somebody got a piece of that, either Grossbeck or Evans. Here's Latrell Evans, definitely one of the top players in this Adirondack League. Grossbeck has been hot here in the second half of the season. And that's a good sign for Keith Redmond's club as he knocks one down from 3 on his first attempt. It's 5-2.
Definitely a night and day difference compared to the game we had before. High scoring out the gate. 7 points already in a minute 13 of action. Make that 9.
Yeah, Farrell with the turnaround jumper with that sweet left hand. And it's 5-4. Here's Ream. They come up to double team. Evans, 3. He got it. Good sign, as I said, for Whitehall and for Coach Keith Redmond having Grossbeck and Evans hit their first 2 threes. Here's Plude on the baseline for Velotica. Back up top for Plude. Here's Guyton. They're going to double up on Farrell. Guyton finds Noonan. Noonan in the lane, and he traveled. I know Brent talked with Keith Redmond at one of the games a couple of weeks ago that I was over at Whitehall covering. He wanted another shot. I mean, obviously, he'd like it to be in the Adirondack League championship game, but he was kind of wanting another shot at some point with these Golden Horde.
Oh, yeah. There's no. I mean, you know how these regional sports rivalries go. It doesn't matter. As a Fort Anne alumnus, we were big, especially Argyle for basketball, Hartford for soccer. Everybody's got their rival like that, and it's apparent to everybody that's always going to be with Granville and Whitehall.
Ream the floater, no good. Evans the putback, no good. Here comes Guyton and a whistle and a foul. Yeah, being that they came in here unbeaten in the league last time and got blown out by 20, and were really never in the game most of the night. I know Keith Redmond was itching to get another shot at the Granville Golden Horde.
Well, making a good argument for it so far.
Both these teams looking forward to sectional play. Whitehall's, I'm sure, hoping to land at least a home game for the first round. Here's Plude, now Guyton. Guyton likes to attack the rim. Here he is in the paint. Floater up and go. Cuts the lead to 2 at 8-6. Here's Evans, down court for Grossbeck. Grossbeck on the baseline, wanted to go to Egan. I don't know, Brett, I don't know if you saw any football games this fall. I don't think you did, but
Just before it started with Nivett Sports.
You want to see a defensive lineman that can get after it for the Granville Whitehall team. Watch this Patrick Egan kid on the football field. He's tough.
Have they decided what their mascot's going to be yet?
No, still debating that. The wrestling team is the Hammers.
Yeah.
And the ball stripped after the miss. Here's Evans. Stops, pops, 3. No good. Rebound by Farrell. And Grossbeck's going to foul Farrell in the backcourt. Is that going to be 2 on Brendan Grossbeck? It is.
So I'll take a quick opportunity to welcome back our producer, Eric. So now I don't have to do color, camera, and scoreboard.
Kevin Kramer's going to check in with Grossbeck with those 2 fouls. Here's Farrell. Now Guyton. A little weave up top for the Golden Horde. Here's Velonica, no good. Rebound pulled down by Kramer. He makes an immediate impact in the contest. Here's Ream. Evans thought about it, puts it on the floor, tries to get to the rack. He's going to be fouling. One foul is going to be charged to Isaiah Guyton. That's his team's first of this opening quarter, as we approach the midway point of quarter number 1. Ream's going to trigger it in play. Comes in for Egan, and he traveled. So Granville comes down the court with an opportunity to take the lead with a 3-pointer, tie it with a 2 as they trail 8-6 here in the early going. Here's Guyton. Guyton out on the wing for Noonan. And almost stolen away by Barber. I think Enzo Ream got a piece of that. And he goes out of bounds, last touch by Cole Plude. It's going to be Whitehall basketball. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout. It is going to be a 30-second timeout. 4:15 to go in the opening quarter. Much better start, Brett, this time than last time for the Railroaders, than that loss here in their previous meeting. I know Coach Redmond was very pleased about their performance in North Warren the other night, despite the loss. Very proud of his kids.
I didn't get to catch that game. How did that pan out?
Yeah, they lost by 7, but they were right there. You know, tough place to play, that North Warren gym up there.
Yeah, and this is a very bolstered North Warren team that has just indefinitely a well-deserved powerhouse era.
Defending Class D state champs up in Class C this year.
Yeah, can't really rule all of that out. Tough opponent for sure.
Here's Egan, finds Kramer. Kramer, a little floater up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Noonan. Halfway through the opening quarter, 2-point lead for the Railroaders. Here's Farrell. Farrell attacks the baseline, shoots it from behind the backboard, grabbed by Evans. Hit the back of the backboard, which is in play. Here's Barber. And Barber couldn't get the layup to go. Granville almost turned it over, saved by Cole Plude. On the baseline, Velonica on the way. 3, and he got it. Matt Velonica bangs the 3, and the Golden Horde with the lead. It's 9-8. Here's Ream. Egan, layup. Nice job by Enzo Ream breaking down the defense right there. It's a 1-point ball game, and the Railroaders back on top. Both teams want to go into the playoffs on a victory. Here's Farrell. Missed it. Velonica had it. He's going to be fouled on the rebound. That's going to be on Gavin Kramer. Cameron Rathbun's going to check in for Jacob Noonan for the Golden Horde. 3:07 to go in the opening quarter. A 1-point lead for the Railroaders. Guyton puts it in for Farrell. Up top now for Plude. Plude's going to call the offense. Get it on the baseline for Guyton. 3-ball from the corner. No good. And Barber had the rebound. Had it knocked away by Rathbun. Barber's going to put it in play for Enzo Ream, who runs the point for the Railroaders. Rathbun's going to pick him up at midcourt. Gets it on the baseline for Barber. Back up top for Ream. Ream gets in the paint. Floater. No good. Evans, the rebound. No good. His fault is up and good. Nice job by Latrell Evans staying after it there.
Yeah, managed to get his own rebound. 3 shots in a row.
Plude on the way for 3. He got it. Cole Plude ties it at 12. Here's Barber. Enzo Ream for 3. No good, but there's Evans again with the rebound, but they strip it away. Here comes Plume down court. Velonica lost the handle. He was out of bounds. Yep, they got it.
Can we just take a second to acknowledge this might actually be the largest crowd we've seen for a home game all season?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Here's Ream. Picked up by Rathbun, finds Evans. Guyton provides the defense. Evans to the bucket. Blocked by Velonica. Here comes the Horde. Less than 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Rathbun. 3. Good. And it's 15-12 Golden Horde. Here's Barber. Down court for Kramer. Kramer's going to let it go for 3. No good. Barber working hard on the boards. Gets the rebound for Ream. Evans, 3. Latrell Evans with the answer. We're tied at 15. Got a 3-point shootout going on right now, Brett.
Yeah, who would have thought that Whitehall would base their offense around Latrell Evans just days after he set Whitehall's single-game scoring record?
Here's Ream. Wanted to go to Kramer. They turn it over. Tied at 15. A minute to go here in the first quarter. Here's Rathbun. Rathbun down the lane. Pulls up. Leaves it for Farrell. Step back 3 straight away. No good. Rebound pulled down by Barber. 48 seconds left in the quarter. Tied at 15. Here's Ream for Egan. Egan around Farrell. Up and good. Strong move on the baseline by Patrick Egan. That's just the way he went around the tight end or the tackle on the football field there when they tried to block him. Plude on the way for 3, no good. Chipped up by Farrell, no good. 22 seconds to go. Here's Barber. 2-point lead. Shot clock is off. Keith Redmond calling for 1 shot. Here's Ream for Barber. Evans. Shot clock, as I said, off. Game clock at 10. Evans straight on 3, no good. The rebound by Velonica with 4. He's going to let it go. It's going to be no good. And we are at the end of the first quarter here in Granville. And it's been an entertaining first quarter. Whitehall coming in looking to avenge their first league loss of the season. And right now, they lead it by a score of 17-15. This is the Adirondack League basketball crossover playoff game, the consolation game on NYBT Media Sports. Tonight's game brought to you by Telescope Casual Furniture, manufacturing in Granville for over 100 years. Voted the ICFA Manufacturer of the Year in 2019, 2021, and 2022. Family-owned and operated business focusing on comfort, style, quality, and world-class customer service. That's Telescope Casual Furniture of Granville, sponsors of the Telescope Casual Furniture Broadcast Center. Also by the Pine Grove Motel of Granville. The Pine Grove Motel, with newly renovated rooms that are comfortable and cozy. Call 518-361-0488, 518-361-0488 for the Pine Grove Motel.
Couldn't ask for any more of an electrifying first quarter.
3-point shooting, some good drives to the basket, some good defense, a little bit of everything.
8 minutes in, 32 points on the board already.
17-15 as we start the second quarter. It's Rathman on the floor with Klude. Also Guyton, Keegan Bryant's on, and Matthew Velotica. Here's Rathman. Tough move in the paint, but he gets it to go. Beautiful move by Cam Rathman. And we're tied at 17. Now almost a turnover. Great save there by Barber. Egan. Shot up no good. Grossbeck was back in. Gets the roll. 19-17. Brendan Grossbeck gives the Railroaders the 2-point lead. Here's Geit, cut off by Evans. Wanted to find Velotica. Got it to Velotica along the baseline. Here's Bryant. Rathman in the paint again. No good. Keegan Bryant working hard on the glass. Rathman comes up with it. His shot no good. Down court for Ream. Ream to the bucket. Not going to go, but a whistle and a foul. And Ream's going to go to the strike. Foul's going to be on Matt Velotica. That's his first. Team's first of the second quarter. Ream short on the first one. You know, Brett, these games too, you know, if you're talking about playoff seeding, with the playoff seedings coming out on Wednesday, every win is going to be a feather in your cap at this point. Could be the difference between where you're seated.
At this point in time, and it's safe to say there's never been a more crucial game for either organization.
Right. Evans with the putback up and good. A foul. He's going to go to the line. Fouls on Guyton. That's his second. But, of course, with both coming off losses, too, they want to get a win to go into the playoffs just for momentum, too.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of emotion involved in this game. Playoff implications aside.
Evans completes the 3-point play.
Both coming off of, I don't want to say anticipated losses, but they were projected to an extent. But both teams still, with just, like you said, there's still a little bit left to prove, especially in the eyes of the playoff bracket, right?
Velotica misses the three. Biggest lead of the game for the Railroaders. Velotica again, no good. Look at Rathman skying for that rebound. Klude on the way for three, no good. Whitehall still can't secure a rebound. Klude's going to throw the floater up. Won't get it to go. The rebound by Barber. Barber's going to bring it up. Be picked up by Klude. Dangerous pass there. Evans, three. No good. The rebound by Rathman. Here's Rathman. Rathman down the lane. Swatted away by Barber. Here's Barber. Barber in the paint. No good. Evans, the rebound. Get there. 24-17, the Railroaders by 7. The Railroaders looking like a team that's not to be denied here tonight.
I got to say, I feel like head coach Keith Beattie should have called that timeout a little sooner. Up until the last couple of minutes, Granville and Whitehall were answering each other back to back. But as soon as Whitehall started to pull away, once they got to that 5-point lead, I feel like that was an opportune moment to slow things down. But 7-point game now, 6 to go. Do you think the timeout was called a little too late?
I don't know. I'm one that always called it quick, but that's me. I also didn't have the wins most of these guys had.
I'd also like to reiterate, I've never played basketball. I was a wrestler.
Tonight's game being brought to you by Barlow Electric Incorporated. Barlow Electric Incorporated, fully insured and reasonable. Master electrician, licensed in New York and Vermont. Generator installation, residential and commercial work. Call 518-361-0531. 518-361-0531 from Barlow Electric Incorporated of Granville. One thing I can tell tonight, the intensity of this crowd, it's loud, and they're into the game.
Yeah, home and away bleachers look equally packed tonight.
Liam Farrell's back in along with Trey Mason, who's entered for the first time. Mason with a beautiful pass to Farrell. Farrell with the finish, and it's up and good. So coming out of the timeout, well-executed play called by Coach Rathman, and they get the potential 3-point play here. And no good. And it's going to go out of bounds. Was saved there. Good hustle by Grossbeck. Here's Farrell in the lane. Up no good. Gets his own rebound. The left-handed putback on the tip. Good. And it's a 4-0 run out of the timeout. So evidently it was a great timeout by Coach Rathbun.
Team has come out of weatherman.
Yeah. Here's Grossbeck down the lane. Lost the handle. Here's Velonica. 2-on-1. Back to Velonica from Rathbun. Evans had it. Saved it to Ken Rathbun. Up no good. Tipped up by Mason. Farmer the rebound. Things getting crazy here. Grossbeck splits 2 defenders with a whistle and a foul. Guy that I used to work some games with, who used to be my color commentary guy years ago, guy by the name of Bob Sherlock, who coached at both Green Mountain College and Castleton at one point, among other places, used to say, we got a pinball contest going on here, Keith. Ball's going around bouncing off everybody. And that's kind of what we just saw there, right? Pinball game.
Pretty apt comparison.
Yeah.
Last time I was doing color commentary, goodness, 7 years ago, my alma mater, Plattsburgh State.
Shot up and no good by Grossbeck. Rebound by Mason. 3-point ball game. Here's Rathbun looking to go to work. Leaves it for Velonica. Short jumper is no good. Rebound by Evans. Here's Evans. Unguarded. Don't give him that, folks. He makes them pay. You give Latrell Evans that shot that wide open, it's all over. 27-21. Velonica thought about it. Saw Latrell coming out of the corner of his eye. Gets to the rim. No good. Evans the rebound. Here's the outlet for Ream.
I think Granville is kind of forgetting how two-dimensional Latrell Evans' play is. Not only just daggering that three just now, but also getting the rebound on the other side of the court. They have to keep an eye on this guy.
And proud of Asa. Jacob Noonan's going to check back in. Also checking back in here for checking in actually for the first time for Whitehall is Aaron Pond. 6-point lead for the Railroaders. Midway through the quarter. Grossbeck open, no good. Rebound pulled down by Pond. Had it taken away by Velonica, but he saved it. Evans, 3, no good. Long rebound out to Rathbun. Rathbun stops, pops, 3, short. Mason's there to clean it up. Up and good. 4-point ball game. Here's Ream. And he got a little extra step in there. Guyton's going to come back in, replacing Matthew Velonica. 27-23. Whitehall with the 4-point lead, 3:24 to go in the half. Nobody's got Guyton right now. Here's Farrell. Farrell, the bucket, lost the handle. It's Whitehall. What a great matchup, though, watching Evans and Farrell going at it here. Two of the best in the league.
It is the closest thing that Section 2 has to a clash of the Titans. Two very comparable skill sets. Trey Mason, the whole, both rosters.
Grossbeck, good. One of the best 1-2 scoring punches in the area. Grossbeck and Evans. Mason, nice give and go with Farrell. Farrell up, no good. Rebound by Evans. 6-point lead for the Railroaders. 2:40 to go in the half. Evans looking for more. Misses his way in. That ball was hit on the way up, and he still was able to power his way to the bucket. That was impressive. 8-point lead, biggest lead of the ball game. Down low for by Evans, and a technical foul.
Be it far from me to assume the role of referee, but that looked like all ball to me.
Well, they called.
Well, yeah, what?
They called the technical. I don't know whether Evans said. It was a great block. Whether he said something.
That's seems to be the question we can't get an answer to right now. From our viewpoint, I would imagine you agree. Latrell Evans was all ball on that. So unless he was talking a little bit too much smack from the
It must have been a verbal thing.
which if I were Latrell Evans, yeah.
Farrell missed a phone. You don't see that very often. Liam Farrell missing two. He's a solid free throw shooter.
Not to mention just how hard he goes in the paint.
Right.
Knows his role very, very well on this Granville roster.
31-23 approaching. 2 minutes to go in the half. Here's Guyton. Kicks it out for Mason. Mason gets to the rack. Shot up. Good. Strong move by Trey Mason. And it's back to 6. Little 4-0 spurt here for the Golden Horde. Here's Evans. Evans pulls up on the baseline, gets it to Ream. Ream splits two defenders up in the paint, out off the glass and good. Beautiful move by Enzo Ream. And it's an 8-point ball game. Minute 44 to go. Farrell on the way for 3. Short. Mason ripped it down, but Pond steals it away. Here's Evans, looking good. That's the first double-digit lead of the ball game at 10. 35-25 Railroaders. Rathbun down the lane with the left hand. Great move by Cameron Rathbun. Keith Redmond's going to use his 30-second timeout. That's his use it or lose it timeout, I think, they kind of call it. But intense game both ways. But right now, the Railroaders showing, Brad, that they're still stinging from their defeat last time they came in here to Granville, and they're on a mission here tonight.
Oh, made it clear they are out for blood.
Right from the get-go, they came out aggressive.
Not kidding. I have not seen Coach Keith Redmond since the year of the short grass. Last time I saw him, I was wrestling for the then combined Whitehall Railroaders wrestling team. And then during a winter break practice session, the gym was accidentally double booked, where, depending on who you ask, the varsity men's team either won or lost horribly against the women's varsity basketball team. But either way,
you played for the rights to the gym that night, right?
Yeah,
and still lost the rights to the gym.
Yeah. Tends to be how it goes.
8-point ball game. Railroaders with the basketball coming up on a minute to play in the half. Here's Pond. Heavily pressured there by Noonan. Finds Ream. Kramer's back in. Good hustle there by Clude. Here's Noonan. Head for Guyton. Guyton lays it up and good. Big turnover by the Golden Horde. They've cut it to 6 again.
Just great situational awareness there.
Evans almost spun into a trap right there. Pond gets it for Ream. Here's Ream. 38 seconds to go in the half. Plenty of time. And a whistle and a foul. They have fouls to give. They still have one more to give. So a good foul there with 2 fouls to give for the Golden Horde. Gavin Kramer's going to put it in play. Gets it in for Ream. Finds Kramer. Egan's wide open inside. Fickle to the left-handed block. Shot clock is off. Granville can get the last shot of the half. Clude pulls it out. Finds Farrell. Farrell had it stripped away from behind by Pond. Up and no good. The rebound by Ream with 14 seconds. There's Ream with 9 seconds. Ream. No good. It's on the floor. Didn't go anyway. Tommy Barber's going to get back up off the bench. Great move by Coach Redmond bringing Grossbeck out. He got those 2 fouls early. Didn't want him to get the third before the half.
Yeah.
Came in, contributed, and then got him off the floor to not get that third. Great piece of coaching.
Fouls, Isaiah Guyton, 4 fouls in.
Wow.
We're still in the first half for the next couple of seconds.
That's not good for the Horde right now. Guyton's going to come out. Trey Mason's going to come in. Enzo Reed missing the first one. Evans is going to get a breather. Green got the roll. 36-29. Comes in for Blue. Down court. Velonica. Velonica for 3. No good. It was deflected. And a good half for the Whitehall Railroaders after coming in here unbeaten in the league last time they came to Granville and getting defeated by 20 points. They're in much better shape going to the locker room tonight here, folks, as they're going to go to the locker room with a 36-29 lead. We're going to step away right now, come back for the second half in just a little bit. This is the Adirondack League crossover games on MYVT Media Sports. Welcome back to Granville Central School. We get ready for the second half Adirondack League crossover game between Whitehall and Granville. The Railroaders with a 7-point lead as we start the third quarter. On the floor for Whitehall is going to be Egan, Evans, Grossbeck, Ream, who has the ball right now, and Barber. It is Noonan, along with Guyton, Velotica, Farrell, and Flood. Shot up by Grossbeck, no good. And here's the turnover. Ream with the steal. Ream with the floater, no good. And now almost another steal by Enzo Ream. I noticed Drake Guyton is on the floor. They had him on the board for 4 fouls. Kind of surprised he'd be on the floor with 4 fouls. I wonder if that wasn't correct. Evans with the block on the shot at the other end. Here's the outlet for Barber. Barber to the bucket. He's going to draw the foul. So I'm wondering if that's just kind of a mistake that he has 4 fouls.
Yeah, ultimately it will be up to the officials' table to determine whether or not Guyton does have 4 fouls. But if he really does, questionable move by Coach Rathman.
So,
because who do you have on the roster that can actively fill the shoes of Isaiah Guyton?
That's the first foul on. It is on Noonan. Barber gets 1 out of 2. And it's an 8-point ball game. Maybe got them both. We were too busy talking about the foul situation. Here's Farrell up at no good. Rebound by Ream. Minute into the third quarter. Here's Ream. Stops, pops. No good. Long rebound comes out to Noonan. Here's Noonan. And a reach-in foul. And a good foul by Barber because it took away the fast break. So a very smart foul on that play. Guyton's going to put it in play. It's the first foul on Barber. First team foul on the Railroaders in the third quarter. Comes in for Velotica. 3. No good. And the rebound for Barber. Here's Barber. Nice move, up and good. Beautiful move by Tommy Barber, and it's a 10-point ball game. 39-29. I got a feeling that's not correct. That was his 4th.
The more I'm thinking on it, for some reason I'm under the impression Guyton has 2. But as I said, ultimately up to the.
Well, we'll find out.
Up in the scoring table. Yeah.
Well, that was going to be right there. We're going to find out. But he got pushed. He didn't push himself.
Yeah. For a split second, I thought Isaiah Guyton was about to meet his maker.
Well, we're going to know.
A minute and a half into the third.
Comes into Plude. No good. Rebound by Farrell.
But to who?
And the turnover. Here comes Evans. Evans. And an offensive foul. .6:14 to go.
In the event that the refs ever get a call wrong, we can always rely on the fans for the final judgment.
I know. Especially calling for penalties. I thought a hockey game broke out. Down court pass. Here's Evans. Up and good. 41-29. Biggest lead of the ball game for either side here at 12. Here's Plude. Enzo provides the defense. Plude down the lane. Cut off by Enzo Ream. Here's Noonan. Plude. Nice pass inside to Velotica. Guyton on the baseline. Farrell on the way. 3 ball. No good. And the rebound by Velotica. Inside, Noonan. Wanted the bounce pass to Farrell, but there was a bunch of Railroaders there. But great job by Noonan getting it right back. Good hustle play there by Noonan. Down low. Farrell. No good. The putback up and good. You let him catch it that deep. More times than not, he's going to score. And if he doesn't, he's going to do that and get the rebound. And he's still going to score. At the other end, no good from Ream. Down court, Velotica up and good. Down to 8. Approaching the midway point of the quarter. Here's Ream. Kicks it out. Grossbeck. Barber. Evans. Evans, 3-ball. No good. Egan was in position to get the rebound, but Guyton just took it away. Here's Guyton, the Euro step. No good. And the rebound for Evans. Evans kicks it out. Ream, corner 3. No good. Battle for the rebound. Lands in the hands of Guyton. End-to-end action here tonight, Brett. Eric Pica, our producer, is saying that this is the most intense game he's seen all year, and I have to agree. Farrell, again, you let him get down low. You heard Keith Redmond yelling for a double team and didn't get there on time. And one-on-one, even against a talented player like Evans, Farrell's going to score more times than not. Evans passes inside. Egan off the glass and good. Nice look by Evans. And Whitehall's going to take a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. 3:41 to go in the third quarter. Whitehall has led by as much as 12. Right now, they lead it by a score of 43-35. Well, the final tune-up for these teams, I believe, although I say that, I don't have the schedule in front of me, there are some teams that are playing some group. Even though the pairings come out next week, I know the Whitehall girls are playing Ticonderoga next week. Some teams, because potentially you play tonight, or if you play the Adirondack League Championship game tomorrow, which the times have been changed on that, by the way. It's tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock now. But anyway,
beat the storm.
Because of the snow. But then you go, if you don't play in that opening round next weekend, you go like a week and a half without playing a game. So it can be kind of smart to put a game in there before the sectionals. Here's Velotica. Velotica, the kiss off the glass, good. 6-point ball game, 43-37. Here's Barber. And he caught his own pass. That's travel. Can't do that. He was going to Grossbeck with that, but Grossbeck was not looking. He didn't know it was going to him on that.
Yeah, from this side, it kind of looked like he ran into his own screen.
Down low for Farrell. Farrell's going to dribble it out to the baseline. Egan the defense. Cam Raffin is checked back in. Floater by Plude, no good. Long rebound. And Barber was trying to get it down towards the Reed, but it was stolen away. Here's Guyton. Guyton into the paint. Stops, turns, pops, no good. And they've got 2 players ahead of the field. And here's Ream for the layup. 45-37. 8-point ball game, 2.5 to go in the third. Shot clock really hasn't been a factor in this game at all.
No, I don't think at any point so far we've seen the shot clock any lower than like 12 seconds.
Nice outlet to Reed off the miss. He lays it up and good. Coach Redmond, he loves to get these guys out in transition, and that was a perfectly executed transition bucket. 10-point ball game. 2:10 to go in the third quarter. Here's Rathbun. Kicks it out. Velotica, 3. No good. The rebound by Barber. Ream's going to walk it up. The clock, the friend here of the Railroaders in the third quarter. Down low. Evans, drop step, left hand up, no good. The rebound for Guyton. Here's Velotica in a hurry, and the foul is going to be on Grossbeck. Shot rimmed out on him. It's going to be the 4th. Noonan back in, Trey Mason back in for Granville. Gavin Kramer back in for the Railroaders. Minute 42 to go in the quarter. 10-point lead. Here's Spin. Up and good. One of the oldest plays in the book right there. The screener. In a hotel room in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania one night, working a basketball camp there at Gettysburg State College. And a coach from Virginia, who was my roommate, said, you ever run the screen-to-screener play? I'm like, no. He goes, everybody in the world runs the screen-to-screener play. Farrell completes the three-point play. And he drew it up for me on a napkin, and ever since then, I ran the screen-to-screener play. And everybody in the world runs it.
So where's that napkin now?
Probably somewhere on the ground in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Minute 25 to go in the quarter. 7-point lead for the Railroaders. Comes in for Evans. Three-pointer. Halfway down and out. Rebound secured by Gross, back up and good. Back to 9. Minute 14 to go in the third. Here's Rathbun. Rathbun in the paint. Tough shot. Rolled out on him. Evans with the rebound. Rathbun with the steal from behind. Noonan comes up with it. Noonan. Oh, Mason was breaking wide open in the bucket. They didn't see him. Here's Farrell. 3. No good. And everybody on the Whitehall side wanted to foul there as Kramer had the rebound, and he got it. Here's Kramer. Finds Ream. 35 seconds left in the quarter. 9-point lead for the Railroaders. Oh, Ream just a little too high on that pass. A little screen and roll for Egan. Good look. Just a little miscommunication there. Rathbun's going to walk it up. Shot clock is off. Golden Horde can get the last shot here. Here's Noonan. Velotica. Back for Noonan. Lost it. Went off his foot. Saved by Rathbun. Now Ream gets his hands on it. Enzo to the bucket. Up it's good. 11-point lead. The biggest lead has been 12. 7 seconds left in the quarter. Here's Rathbun. Noonan for 3. Jacob Noonan. As time expires in the third quarter, what a big shot. And we've got 3 in the books here in Granville. Don't go away, folks. We got a barn burner going. At the end of 3, it is Whitehall 51, Granville 43. This is the Adirondack League crossovers on MYVT Media Sports. And tonight's game brought to you by Scarlatta's Car Hop. Scarlatta's Car Hop of Granville, opening for the 2025 season in March. Come enjoy some delicious food and all their ice cream choices. And there's a lot of them. I particularly like those fancy milkshakes they do. And also the great sauce. The great sauce on the hot dogs there, too. That sauce, I think the recipe goes back like 100 years. Scarlatta's Car Hop. Call 518-642-2445. Scarlatta's Car Hop, opening for the 2025 season in March. We start the fourth quarter. It's going to be Egan, Evans, Grossbeck, Ream, and Kramer for the Railroaders. Rathbun, Noonan, Farrell, Guyton, and Mason for the Golden Horde, down 8. Here's Noonan. He just hit that huge 3. Farrell, no good. Too strong. The rebound by Evans. Here's Evans. Evans down the lane, lost the handle, had a strip, taken away by Mason. Enzo Ream takes it away from Mason, who was trying to pass down court. Here's Ream, the floater. No good. Mason connects with Guyton. Guyton up it good. If at first you don't succeed, try again. That's what Trey Mason did. He first time got intercepted. That time makes the connection. And Grossbeck's going to be fouled.
I will say something about seeing Trey Mason kind of getting contested by Gavin Kramer there. It might be just because of the facial hair, but Gavin Kramer actually looks like he teaches the rest of the kids on his roster.
Mason, the quarterback on the football team for GW,
I didn't know that.
showed that skill right there on that pass. Grossbeck misses the first one.
He's got to hurry up. He's got to submit midterms right before he gets home.
He's QB1 for the Granville football team this past season.
Why?
Once again, a miss. Here comes Guyton. Guyton, the beautiful spin, plays it up and go. What a gorgeous move by Isaiah Guyton. It's down to 4, folks. And now, it's going to be, they might call that flagrant. And I don't mean flagrant from a malicious manner at all. I don't know. I don't know how
And just like that, I mean, if we know Ball don't lie, but if Bourne don't lie, Grossbeck is
I don't know. Some of
gotta
the
play
Whitehall
very
fans were saying
careful.
terrible, but I think Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles could have made that call. I mean, that was obvious. Here's Evans. Evans.
But so long as statistics hold up, Grossbeck,
I mean, he obviously
gotta play careful.
I mean, oh yeah, well, yeah, grabbing but the arm, right. 51-47. Guyton, that is fine. But Guyton did foul out. But kudos to him for playing this long.
He hung on
For
to
about
that
10
last
minutes.
foul. He kept that in his pocket, like that thing you put in your wallet on prom night.
Evans, 3 straight up, and he got it. Big 3, 54-47.
I think the Golden Horde got a little too comfortable there, getting it within breathing distance. Let their guard down for a second. Can't ever rule out Latrell Evans.
That's right.
Ever.
Farrell down low. Whistle to foul. The foul's going to be on Evans. That's 4 on Latrell Evans. So that's a factor. Official having a word with somebody in the stands.
Are you surprised at all, though, that this game was going to be as physical as it has been?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's just what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Who was it who said that? Who was it who said that quote forever ago? They are who
Yeah. Edwards.
Yeah.
The Jets. Yeah. Was it him? No, he played to win the game. It was the Vikings.
Yeah.
Green. Right?
Yeah.
That's going to eat me alive with a sweet jumper. They are who we thought they were. And this game is what we thought it would be, a hard-fought, aggressive battle. Clued for 3, no good. Rebound pulled down by Grossbeck. And he's going to lose it out of bounds. .553 to go. 8-point lead for the Railroaders. It's been a great one. Granville had to know, I'm sure Coach Rathbun told them before the game, you're going to get their best shot tonight because they're not happy they lost their first league game back here a few weeks ago. And Whitehall's definitely giving it their best shot here tonight. Clued to the bucket, blocked by Ream. Ream got a piece of that. Here's Ream. Grossbeck. It's good for 3. Back to 11. Granville right now has got to have stops. They got to have scores. They got to do it at both ends of the floor. Here's Rathbun. Pulls up from 15. Didn't get the roll. Evans with the rebound, and they're going to use clock here. Coach Redmond says, let's take our time. Here's Egan. Finds Evans. No good. Rebound goes out of bounds off of Whitehall. It's going to be Granville basketball. Kolotica comes back in, gives another shooter to the Granville attack from 3-point range. Gavin Kramer is going to check back in for Whitehall. Evans playing with those 4 fouls could be a big factor here down the stretch.
Well, yeah, but both Evans and Grossbeck both skating the line.
Noonan. Barber got a piece of that, tried to save it. Ooh, Latrell Evans put that right off Alonica's face accidentally. Flued for 3, no good. The rebound by Evans. Evans down court. Grossbeck spins. What a beautiful move by Brendan Grossbeck. And a timeout on the floor. It's going to be a full timeout called by Granville. 4:18 to go. It is Whitehall 61 and Granville 48. This is the Adirondack League playoffs, the crossovers here on MYVT Media Sports. And tonight's game brought to you by Fred's Granville Pharmacy. Fred's Granville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, dedicated to the unique community that they've served since 2015. located in the Big Lots Plaza. That's Fred's Granville Pharmacy. Call 518-642-3733, 518-642-3733 for Fred's Granville Pharmacy. Tonight's game also brought to you by Telescope Furniture. Telescope Casual Furniture Manufacturing in Granville for over 100 years. Voted the ICFA Manufacturer of the Year in 2019, 2021, and 2022. Family owned and operated, business focusing on comfort, style, quality, and world-class customer service. That's Telescope Casual Furniture, sponsors of the Telescope Furniture Broadcast Center. 13-point lead for the Railroaders. 4:18 to go, almost the midway point of the final quarter. Granville, as we said, they've got to cash in every time they've got the ball. And they've got to get stops on the other end. Here's Plude on the floor with Farrell, Velonica, Noonan, and Mason. They run a screen and roll. They go down low. Well read there by Enzo Reed. Reed with a very nice read defensively. Finds Bart. Good. 63-48 Railroaders. Here's Farrell. Blocked by Evans. Down court. Coach Redmond yelling to slow it down. Enzo says, I can three. He puts his hand over his face, Brett. That's one of those. No. Good shot. Good shot.
Yeah, nothing screams slowing it down like a nice corner three.
And the other end, Plude with the answer. 15-point game, 3:20 to go. Prospect. That's what Prospect does not well right there. Turnovers giving Granville quick possessions. Plude. Farrell straight on three. Likes that shot. No good. Farrell gets it back. Has it stripped. Gets it back again. No good. Up and good. Farrell working hard on the offensive glass. And a turnover. Or is it a foul? Going to be a foul? Going to be a foul. Pointed the wrong way. It's going to be on Noonan. That's only the second on Noonan. Cam Raffen's going to come back on the floor. We go under 3 minutes to go. 13-point game. The Horde needs stops on every possession. Almost a travel there. Looks like it was a travel. Barber's going to get the easy layup. Say more, they're all going to leave. I've heard enough for anyone over there. It's handling.
One of the officials calling out of the entire check your screen, folks. This entire section of the crowd.
And oddly enough, it's not the student section.
Yeah, no, that's
Normally that's where that comes from.
Yeah.
And Noonan anyway for three. I don't mean the Granville student section per se. I just mean student sections in general.
Oh, yeah, no, you are not kidding whatsoever. Wouldn't call it a pleasant surprise, but
68-56.
Well, I hate to say it, those are also the same type of people who wonder why games go on rock.
Right. Here's Barber, 12-point lead, 2:20 to go. Ream. On the way, Gross back for three, and he got it. Big three. That might have been a dagger right there.
Might have been a 15-point lead with 2 minutes. You don't want to call it impossible, but
right.
But
yeah. Rathbun, no good. Noonan out for Plude. Plude for three, no good. And Evans comes away with it. They can run some clock here. Here's Barber. He says, I'm not running the clock. I'm going to score a layup. 17-point lead. Rathbun. Noonan. No good. Farrell had it. Lost it. Saves it. Noonan's got it. Plude. No good. And Grossbeck, nice sportsmanship there, helping out Blued. Is that 5?
That is Grossbeck's fifth foul. He hung on to the edge of that cliff. He's been in foul trouble for more than a quarter of the time.
He had 2 right off the bat in the ball. He had 2 quick fouls right away.
Yeah, hung on to the edge of that cliff for as long as he could. I mean, now a 17-point game. No shame in cashing that last one.
That's right.
I always from when I was a student at Fort Ann, we had this one kid, Brandon Nassavero was our center for the basketball team. Smart foul, go a long way.
If they only wanted you to use 5 or 4, they wouldn't have given you 5.
Exactly. Wait till this kid discovers the NBA.
Second shot, no good. 15-point lead. Minute 25, held ball, I think, or maybe a foul. I guess it's going to be a foul. What are you talking about?
Well, that's the Keith Redmond that I can see some of us don't change. Can't blame Keith Redmond for being emotional. Yes, it is.
That call,
This game is all but over, but
shot up, no good.
No one will ever deny him being a proud coach.
Velonica, no good. Rebound by Evans. Stolen away by Plude. Plude to the bucket. And a whistle and a foul. And looks like a timeout. And it's a full timeout. So we're going to take a timeout ourselves and tell you about the Pine Grove Motel of Granville. This game's worn me out. I might have to go stay a night at the Pine Grove when it's over. It's a long drive back to Hartford.
That's why they pay us the big bucks.
Pine Grove Motel of Granville, with newly renovated rooms that are comfortable and cozy, located in Granville, New York. Call 518-361-0488. 518-361-0488. The Pine Grove Motel.
Wait a minute. What if your power's out at home?
What's that?
What if your power's out at home?
Oh, true. Then you call Barlow Electric. We'll get this all figured out. Barlow Electric Incorporated. Barlow Electric Incorporated, fully insured and reasonable. Master electrician, licensed in New York and Vermont. With generator installation, residential and commercial work. Call 518-361-0531. 518-361-0531 for Barlow Electric of Granville. 15-point lead, under a minute to go. Here's Ream. Ream has a strip from behind by Noonan. Here is Noonan. They got to be looking for threes at this point. Clude, though, is going to take the reverse layup. No good. The rebound pulled down by Gavin Kramer. Ream's going to go get the ball. They're all over him, hounding him here, trying to create the turnover. They can use this whole shot clock here. Yeah, it's going to be a foul. And not yet the bonus. They have one more to give. .6 to go. Shot clock is off. Here's Kramer. They can dribble it out here. They can just dribble it out. Doesn't look like Granville's going to foul. And with the shot clock off, and that's the game. They're going to stop it right there. That's something new this year, where they get to the point where the shot clock is off and nothing can be done about it. That's something new they've done this year. I've seen it several times in games. You can see the huge respect as they go through the line between these two teams. I mean, these guys play together during football season, some of them. Some might run cross-country together.
Oh, yeah.
Several sports where they're merged. And so you just see it. Look at these kids down the floor. Hugs and
these same kids 6 months from now that were brutalizing each other on the court today will be with each other under center before we know it.
Exactly. Just a great show.
They're probably still trying to figure out what to name the football team.
Right. Yeah, great mutual respect between these two schools that merged for several sports and the coaching staffs as well. And tonight, It is Whitehall avenging their league loss here a few weeks ago with a 73-58 win. And now off to the sectionals to see how long they can stay in it for both of these teams. Tonight's game brought to you by Telescope Furniture of Granville, Pine Grove Motel of Granville, Barlow Electric of Granville, Scarlata's Car Hop of Granville, and Fred's Granville Pharmacy of Granville. For our producer, Eric Picar, for our cameraman and color commentary guy tonight, Brett Porter, I'm Keith Harrington saying so long from Granville. The Railroaders earn the split with the Golden Horde for the season with a 73-58 win. This has been the Adirondack League crossover games on MYBT Media Sports. Have a good night, everybody.